The cameras flash. The air is thick with tension. A massive congressional oversight hearing is underway. The kind that feels more like a political boxing match than a policy discussion. Donald Trump, called as a witness in a high-profile investigation, sits smugly at the witness table. Across from him, Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett adjusts her microphone, flipping through a thin folder of notes. Trump leans back in his chair, smirking, like he's already won the round before it's even started. Trump, mocking tone. Well, here we go again. The LOIQ Congresswoman from Texas wants to try her luck. Jasmine, I hope you studied extra hard this time. Maybe you can break 80 on the IQ scale. The room erupts with muffled gasps and chuckles from his supporters. Even some staffers glance at each other uncomfortably. The jab is cutting and direct. Jasmine doesn't flinch. She doesn't blink. Instead, she leans forward, her eyes locked on Trump like a lion locking onto prey. Jasmine.com measured. Mr. Trump, I don't have to prove my intelligence to you, but in exactly 19 seconds, I'm going to say something. You can't laugh at the smirk on Trump's face twitches just slightly. Flashback sequence, Jasmine's preparation the night before. Jasmine had been in her office, surrounded by stacks of documents, legal briefs, and old financial statements. Her team of aides urged her to take the safe route, ask procedural questions, stick to the script. But Jasmine knew Trump's playbook. He thrived on mockery, on belittling his opponents into reacting emotionally. If she took the bait, he'd control the narrative. If she stayed cool and landed the right punch, she could turn the room against him instantly. She found it. One line in a dusty 2013 court filing. A fact so damning, so specific, that it could dismantle Trump's bluster in one blow. Back to present the hearing room, Trump chuckles, clearly expecting her to stumble. Jasmine's voice is even, deliberate. Jasmine, 19 seconds. Mr. Trump, let's start the clock. She glances at the stenographer. Jasmine continuing, in 2013. While you were negotiating the sale of a Manhattan property, you told the bank your net worth was $4.2 billion. But that same month, in a sworn deposition under oath, you stated your net worth was $1.4 billion. That's a $2.8 billion difference. In 27 days, Trump blinks. The smirk is gone. A low murmur ripples through the chamber. Jasmine, without raising her voice, Mr. Trump, can you explain right now how a man who calls me low IQ couldn't remember $3 billion of his own money? Dead. Silence, camera shots, aides shifting nervously behind Trump. A journalist, pen freezing mid-scribble. A lawmaker from the opposing party biting his lip to hide a grin. Trump opens his mouth, closes it, adjusts his tie. The seconds stretch. The silence is deafening. Trump's attempted counterattack. Trump, that's not accurate. You're twisting. Jasmine, cutting in, voice still calm. It's accurate, sir. The bank records in your sworn deposition are both in the committee's possession. Would you like me to read your own words into the record? I have them right here. She taps the folder in front of her. Trump shifts in his seat, clearly weighing whether to fight or retreat. Audience reaction. The room feels electric. Even those who came in as Trump loyalists are momentarily stunned. The insult he fired just moments ago now hangs in the air like smoke, stale, sour, and desperate. Jasmine's closing strike. Jasmine, you can call me names all day, Mr. Trump, but names won't erase documents, and they won't hide the fact that when it came to your own finances, the math didn't add up. Not then, not now. She leans back, her work done. The entire exchange has lasted less than a minute. 19 seconds for the fact. The rest, just the echo of his silence. Cut to press room. Hours later. Clips of the moment dominate every news network. Jasmine Crockett silences Trump in 19 seconds. Blares across chyrons. Analysts replay the footage, slowing it down frame by frame to capture the exact moment his confidence cracked. On social media, the video spreads like wildfire. The hashtag 19 seconds. Trends worldwide. Memes flood timelines, split screens of Trump's smirk before, and his frozen expression after. Private reaction. Trump's side in a closed-door huddle with advisors. Trump fumes. Trump, she planned that. She set me up. Nobody's talking about the hearing now. They're talking about her. An aide mumbles something about avoiding direct insults next time. Trump glares. He's not used to being beaten at his own game, and certainly not by someone he underestimated. Private reaction. Jasmine's side in her office. Jasmine sits with her team. They're watching the clip again, the moment the room went silent. Aide. That was the cleanest hit I've ever seen in a hearing. Jasmine smiling faintly. You don't win by yelling louder. You win by making the other side run out of words. Ending narration that day wasn't just about a fact or a number, it was about power, who controlled the narrative, who dictated the moment. Trump came to the hearing thinking he'd own the room with insults, but in 19 seconds, Jasmine Crockett reminded him and the nation that sometimes the sharpest weapon is a single, undeniable truth.